Welcome to
on my
Two Old
phone
Men
so I
on
can see it.
Twitch. Um,
How much fun could you have? Fuck me.
so
Dance floor. I'm just typing. Do you want to start asking questions?
yeah, it sounds better. I think the issue
You want to do your
was
intro?
it
You should do
was.
your intro.
Can you hear me, Paul?
Yep.
Cool. All right. 'Cause I
Can
think there
I
is a
can hear you?
delay
Yep.
because Paul's in uh, Southeast Asia. So
Sunny Thailand.
um,
Reckon that might be the issue.
yeah, so it's got to beam, thousands of kilometers. So we just got to deal with that,
I did
but
turn
it
it
should be
to
fine.
the lowest resolution.
Okay. Cool. Let me just do that. Cool. So, welcome to Rave Tales, everyone. With me, BOF, and today with Paul Hamon, who needs to move to his left
Yay!
again. So,
Trying to read my screen, buddy. Sorry.
so
I
we're
feel
just
weird
gonna.
because I'm looking halfway across my screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be in a
Go.
corner, basically.
Oh, maybe I'll just pretend that you're over there. Just look at you like you're in over that way. Hey, how are you, Boff? Good to see you, mate.
Hey. Well, that's
I can't run the app on my phone without logging in, so I don't know what's going on there.
all right. Let's get on with
Oh,
it. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming to another Rave Tales with me, Boff, and Paul, obviously the special guest. It's going to be mainly about Paul today, so just the way he likes it. And we will start off with Paul. Tell us about your first rave experience.
first rave I went to, or the first rave we put on?
No, the
What do you
first
reckon?
rave you ever went to, which I'm
Uh,
assuming wasn't one of yours.
that No, it wasn't. It was Origin, which is the Gareth Lott's doing his Origin 2 show coming up in a couple of months. Yeah, so that was the first, what I would call a rave, because it had Adelaide's first international guest, CJ Sasha, with some other people. I don't know, some other famous people. I remember lining out the front with MPK and Damien with this massive Heaven/Newmarket massive line. It was huge, probably 800 people. I don't know. It was Laroque, so it can't have been that many, just upstairs. But it felt huge. It must have been a whopping $18, but I reckon we got tickets from free for Gareth or whoever was running it somehow. Daniel used to get free tickets everywhere. He was a good scammer. The show was great. I didn't take drugs back then, so I was straight all night because I would have been 20. I didn't start taking any recreational things till 23. So it was a good night. Yeah.
Nice. So,
And then that led to Adelaide having a massive string of shows. Go.
sorry. So that's a good segue, actually, because obviously, shortly after that, IP was born. So just wondering how you guys met.
We'd met earlier at the Core magazine, obviously. I was helping Ace, the guys who ran it back then, before me and other guys took control of it. And I was doing the bookkeeping for them because that's what I was doing at university. And Daniel was just this scrappy little turd that came in the office now and then. And one day we were sitting down on the floor and just talking about things, and we thought it couldn't be that hard to put on a party, and we were wrong.
Famous last words, right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said, though. It's like, yeah, it's not that hard. It can't be that hard. Other people can do it. So then we teamed up with Maestro D, Damien, which Daniel and Damien were friends from high school, and we started doing little Sunday session shows. I don't know. That was before you were around, probably, Boff, was it or not?
Yeah,
We
I
do
didn't.
Sunday
I wasn't
shows
even
on
at
long
Inquest.
weekends. All right. Well, there you're showing you're too young.
I was a baby.
Well, your birthday's coming up in a few weeks, yeah.
1 week.
Oh, really? Is it that close? I'm going to be in Australia in a week. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I am. Yeah, so we started out doing small shows, friends selling tickets directly, little things. And that's where IP was kind of started to get its legs. Then we had one good night where it was a long weekend Sunday and no one else in Adelaide put on a show. And then everybody came to ours and we made money, maybe $1,000 or something. And we thought we were the bee's knees for about 20 minutes until we lost it all. Our next show that we did, which was called Sin, which had two little boys at the beach dressed in and naked dancing on the front of the flyer. I don't know how we got to that, but that lost a lot of money. Well, lost all the money we'd made, and then Inquest came along. That would have been a year after my first rave, or 18 months after my first rave, I think, something like that.
Yeah, cool. So Origin was 92.
Hard to say. Yeah, and Inquest was early 92, Easter 92. There you go. It was 9 months. Easter 92, and then Inquest was January 93. So it wasn't that long.
Yeah, I turned 18 like in February 93.
I don't know why you weren't. There was thousands of underage people at our rave. I'm not sure why you weren't there.
I was a good boy back then.
So that was the first Inquest, and that's when IP was born. We called it IP Instantaneous Productions because we had to make a company and we had no idea what to call it. So we made a business partnership, documents and whatever, and it became Instantaneous Productions, which no one really liked. I liked. I think it was my idea, but the other guys couldn't get out of it fast enough when they went to Ultra World. But IP did last 2 years, I think, before Daniel and Josh moved down that direction, and Maestro went to Sydney, and it got rebranded because there's a few flyers out there with IP and Ultra World on both. If you look at the old flyers from '95, like I brought to you by IP introducing Ultra World kind of thing. Yeah, but okay. I wasn't part of IP by then. I'd left to do Core.
So yeah, how did the Core come about?
It was the publication to the two guys had done, ACB and Stilgarian. It had been on the books for 2 years, which is the little one, which I've been scanning and uploading a fair bit lately. They just drew everybody in together, which was when we actually had media that you could actually touch. It was nice. But they were running out of money and patience, and as a couple, they were on the rocks. So basically, Matt Pierce and Taiwan Lee got together and thought, "Hey, how hard could it be? We can make a magazine."
There's a theme forming here, mate.
Yeah. And that would have been end of 93 or sometime in 94 maybe. And then for 2 years, I slept under my desk at the office and basically bummed around and we ate a lot of shitty food and tried to make money. We brought friends on, Elmsley and Paul Elmsley from Sony Music, and Matt Woolard and Wayne Bull. They helped out massively. Without them, we would have died much earlier. But we were good, and it was a good experience. I mean, Ty put in thousands upon thousands and upon thousands of hours of work for fuck all. I put in less than he did, and Matt put in tons for writing. I was skating along. And what year did we meet, Boff?
We met towards the end of 93.
95?
And then we moved into that house in Wavell in 94.
Really? The first house we moved into, the one in the little cul-de-sac?
Yeah, that one.
The double-story one. Yeah. Fuck, man.
That's
got to be 95, doesn't it?
No,
I don't know. It was a long time ago, regardless.
Smile, and we were living in Claxton Street by then.
You've got a better memory. Well, we didn't spend more than 4 or 5 months in a place before we stopped paying rent and they kicked us out, didn't it? That's what happened pretty much.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
and when we were living in the house that Uzi used to live in, was it Uzi that used to live in it before us? The one we lived in it for a while? Further out near the pizza shop on Unley Road?
No, that wasn't with me, mate. We lived...
2-story thing? Was it with you?
No, we did... Wavell, then Claxton Street, then Gilbert Street, and then
the swimming pool. Presents. That was Christmas '95. Presents at the swimming pool. We had like 100 people to piss off Paul Hodder at our show, and that was
yeah. Back when we were
troublemakers. trying to be go-getters, correct. But we were eating a lot of pasta and rice out of jars and not much else from my memory.
Yeah, Vegemite on toast.
Just
a lot
weird,
of it.
shitty food. Yeah. That's when Fazy was living underneath our table. He was sleeping under the table.
There,
in
that was
house.
Claxton Street. And then he
And
followed
Gilbert,
us.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Remember there was that the spare room at Gilbert Street had like Fazy, Joe Sloan, and Alan all living in it. We had our own rooms, and those three dudes shared a room.
That just ended up where they ended up. Was that I don't know, the house with the washing machine killed me. But we were still doing shows all the way through that. So we were doing all the little shows and we were doing all the parties and we were having success, weren't we? But we were definitely the underdog each time. Well, I thought we were.
We definitely were there was like a big three and we were the smallest of the big three. Like it was hotter.
Just sounds disproportionate because we're definitely the biggest.
Yes. Yeah, it was hotter and Ultra World with the big
Manoff.
two.
Mick Manoff, yeah.
Yeah, and then we were just kind of behind those guys.
Yeah, that's right. It's crazy. I don't know. It was good times, but the shows got bigger and crazier, and they became more often. Like for everybody, everybody had more ops. Like now, there are so many shows on. Like you last year, you told me, "Oh, I'm not going to do much DJing. I don't want to stay out late." And I just seen you've got 6 fucking shows on in the next like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, well, part of that you can thank Donald Trump for that because he's killed my jiu-jitsu business. So I need to make money. I use the analogy. It's you got a mate who's a tradie, and he finds a better job, and he's like, I'm never gonna be a fucking Sparky again. And then a year later, he's like, I'll do cash jobs, and then 6 months later, he's bought a van. Yeah, I'm at the bought a van stage of DJing again.
I mean, does that mean I have to pay you for these anthems or what? That doesn't seem fair.
Just our standard discount rate, mate.
But it's good. It's glad it's all working. But so the early days though, we left from CF because we split up at CF because we had our tiff about nothing. We both worked it out that we had an argument about neither of us are sure what. I'm still sure.
I think it was just
I was with Megan.
It was you went to heaven but Pikey hated me, or
we don't know the details.
He probably still does, to be fair. And so it was like you can come but your mate can't kind of scenario.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That could sound like me. I was thinking because I don't know what was going on. But yeah, so I was Megan at that stage. So heaven was good. Heaven was really good for me. It got to flex my skills, and because I'm not like you guys, when I watched your live stream, and you talk too much about the music, and it's annoying, because to me it's all about the people, right? And I like being in the place with the people, and the people, and the music is the backdrop, and I feel like at Heaven I got to do that more, which was good for me. Do you know what I mean? Like I got to be more about people and less about music, and my music's already pretty fluffy at one end normally. And I got to exercise all my marketing skills in a bigger format, which I hadn't done yet. Do you know what I mean? It was
that might have been why we worked so well together.
1,000 people. Probably because I didn't care what you played and what happened with musically.
Yeah, and I only cared about the music. I was like, if the music's good, the people will come.
System, probably. I'm like, no, Bob, that's not how it works, buddy.
Yeah, but with no music, no people
right,
come. So
guaranteed. Good music.
Well, they don't come for long.
But
anyway.
I think our biggest show that we would have. What do you reckon our biggest show was that we did while we were doing CF?
Probably
one of the Devil's Nights, maybe.
Farewell, the Grand Prix one we did with.
Oh, Farewell with the other guys.
Yeah. But solo show would be Labyrinth.
I don't remember getting paid from that. Was that our show?
Sorry?
Labyrinth definitely alerted the police the most.
Yeah, probably. We had a few Paul visits. There was the Devil's Night one.
The owner of the building got his. Yep. Every show I've done, we've had one. What are you talking about? Both the Smiles, police turned up. I was the designated policeman talking to them while you guys were all getting drunk and having fun. I'm like, I'm just a little bit tipsy. I can deal with the policeman. Bore him to death with bad conversation was my tactic.
Well, it worked.
It works.
I think only one of those got shut down.
Yeah, the second smile. Yeah,
the
the rest
Gamaraka.
we got away with.
We got away with the one.
And we'd also, I mean,
sorry, mate. The one on the corner of Goodwood and Cross Road. I can't believe we got away with that.
Unbelievably, they didn't come shut us down with that. Unbelievably, that would have had to have been 1,000 or 800 people in there. Easy.
Looking at the size of that hall, probably not. But
you don't think so?
They all felt like that.
Yeah, true. Maybe
probably
I'm just
500,
on my. I don't know. Maybe. Was that all we could pull back then? Oh crap! Jesus. The farewell, the group ones were great because everybody gets together and the group shows work normally, so they were always fun. Farewell was a fucking rocketing show. I loved Farewell.
Yeah,
that was a great
times.
night and a great show, great music, great everything, great venue. It's sad they pulled it down. They pulled down all the good venues pretty much. That's their rule, isn't it?
No, that was at Underdale Uni. That's still there.
Yeah, but the hall's still there, that building? I thought that building went.
Oh, that building might be gone.
They kept the
university's definitely still there.
Yeah, they kept the gym, I think, and the sports areas, but not that function room because it was it was a weird space.
It was odd for uni. It was cool though.
Some famous dude from the 70s built it. Some famous architect from the 70s built it or whatever. That's why that uni was all messed up. Like, cool in a cool way.
Nothing good came out of the 70s. Look at us.
So we did those shows, but then Heaven was basically I got to fuck around with Anthems. So that was 97. Anthems was the first 97, and that was Great Test Bed, which I just ripped off our idea from 92, 93 and just did it in Heaven. By that, Heaven had become acceptable enough to the raver community-ish on the edge cusp. You could go there for shows. Like in the early years, Heaven was like, no raver would definitely go in there to save their life, would they?
Even Thursdays maybe, but definitely not on weekends.
I mean, even on Thursdays with Rage and Rave and what Radius maybe Chemistry, was it Radius? And there was something after Radius, wasn't there?
There was
before Chemistry and after Radius.
Radius was after Rage and Rave because that's where I played.
Yeah, but there was something after Radius and then Chemistry.
Yeah, somebody.
Anyway,
it
doesn't matter. But it's slowly. Yes, there's someone who actually's got a memory.
Yeah.
But like by the time we got to 97, 98, like Heaven had just been a place we did big shows because you could use all the venue at that point. They had the back there, they had the car park. They'd done a few big top shows there. So they basically gone, oh, we'll just take anybody, and people went. And that was good for me because I got to fuck around with the music bits that I liked from when I was growing up. Not the shit that you guys play. I mean, not the stuff that you guys love.
Well, we did Jeff Mills there. I remember that with Tony.
That was your Continuous Flow one, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did Beltram there as well.
I don't remember that one.
Because Tony...
They would have been early on, though, like 96-ish, no?
No,
or
98.
98.
They both were. So Millsy was the start of 98.
So Techno doesn't make money. They were both empty, weren't they?
No, Jeff Mills was packed. Beltram was quiet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Yeah, I think the Beltram show was...
the benefit of what?
The Beltram show was Tony just wanting Beltram to come over because he was Italian, so they could be paisans. And Beltram by 98, Beltram was no longer like a rave god. He was like this techno legend, but the kids weren't really into him.
It was. I mean, he'd been to Adelaide a few times by then, hadn't he?
Yeah, but not for a long time. I don't think he'd been there for like 4 years. Which at 51 doesn't feel like a long time, but at 25 sure did.
That speaker stack right near the corner of the entrance where the old Heaven, whatever the manifold everybody used to rave about on the ground, that with the bass line and shit. Fuck, man. All those early raves is where everybody used to hang out right there at the speaker stacks, listening to all the tunes.
Which is why nobody can hear their wives anymore.
That's not the reason.
It's the reason I give her.
Me too, but it's not the reason.
Cool. So obviously Anthems was a big deal in the late 90s, early 2000s. And shameless plug, it's back for Fringe again this year. Let the people know what that's all about.
It's just, I mean, if you didn't go, everybody on this stream would have went last year, I'm assuming, pretty much. And if they didn't, I don't want to talk to them anyway. No, but the it's a snapshot. It's only 2.5 hours. We've got the pre thing before, which is cargo-y Wednesday night tunes from Scotty, and we've got Josh and BOF playing a snapshot of everything from Rave. So you get a bit of everything. You don't get bored. That's my theory. Like a little bit of everything, but nothing too much of anything. And that starts at 10:30, 10:15, and it goes to 11:30, 12:30. I don't know. So the pre-drinks is free. You can just turn up there anyway and just hang out in Gluttony. It won't be at the kiosk this year. It'll be somewhere else. The kiosk was being rented by someone for the annual thing, so we have to put it somewhere else. Well, that'll be announced on the Monday before with all the shit that goes out. Come around, have a drink, chat, and meet people. And if you want to come in, you have to buy a ticket. If you don't, go home. It's also good because Gluttony's kid friendly. You can bring the family or whatever if you want to go home at freaking 10:30, and still see some old faces. Nathan's gonna hammer out his tunes, and then we're taking it 15-minute walk into the down Rundle Street to a little room where we're going to have another few hours of more rave tunes put on.
Nice.
Again, we'll announce that shit in the last week, but that's free as well with your ticket. So there's no charges except for the ticket to get into Gluttony. In theory, you're supposed to bring your ticket down to the after party, but I'm not going to be checking them, so I don't know who's checking them.
The after party, I know the room it's going to be in. The after party could be very busy, so you might want to jog down Rundle Street.
The good news is it can flow out a bit into other spaces there, I guess, if for more socializing. But yeah, I don't know. We're about the same sales point as we were last year for the same amount of time out. So if we don't have another 1,000 people again or more, I'll be very surprised. We've had way more interaction on some of the media and way less in others. And Daniel just sent me a message before saying, let's spend more money on marketing. And so he wants more people to come. So
okay.
I think we've just upped the budget by a few more grand to try and just reach more darker corners of the world. Do you know what I mean? It should be fun. It's simple and it's an easy night out. That's no stress. The Fantail room is really amazing space.
It is. It's
like
awesome.
That actual amphitheater. That's what sold me on it. I wouldn't have done a show. I wouldn't have done the anthems until I'd actually been and seen HMC there and Simon play there. And I'm like, this room is cool. It's nice. It's relaxing. It's fun. Even if it's 40 fucking degrees, it'll still be tolerable. Do you know what I mean? Not as tolerable as 28, but it'll still be manageable.
Yeah, 28 in the crowd is like 35 on stage, though, so it was toasty.
What did you think last year on stage? What did you feel about it, Boff? Looking at the crowd and seeing it happen from the other side?
Vibes were awesome. Like everybody, I think the setup of having Scotty at the kiosk first, everybody warming up, just meant that as soon as doors opened, it was on. Like the dance floor filled immediately. People were dancing immediately. Josh did a great job with the first set. And yeah, it was just, and then because it's so short, it's just 100%. It's like a sprint, like people just did the full 2.5 hours and then went home and took 5 days to recover if they're anything like me.
Took a handful of Advil. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I don't know.
The tunes were awesome. I mean,
I had a good feeling when I left.
Yeah. I saw a lot of smiles. I saw a lot of people I hadn't seen for a long time, which is all very positive. Thane's still recovering, he says. So
yeah. All right, I think it's enough about that. The only last thing we did is, like, in the 2000s, I want to talk about anthems, was we did a lot of shows at St. Paul's, do you know what I mean, in the 2000s. 2000, when after I came back from Sydney, when I lived in Sydney for 2 years, 2.5, and then I came back, I'm like, I didn't think the anthems would work, but luckily we did, and we did some mega anthems shows there that was 1,600, 2,000 people, There we did some joint shows with Daniel and Chad and Blake as well. We did 1.1 and 1.1, and that was just insane. Like St. Paul's, inside, outside, upside, downside. We just chocked that place up. Do you know what I mean? And luckily, we had the main room, so it was all good. But yeah, I don't know. Those people are out there somewhere. I don't know. We didn't reach them all last year. Do you know what I mean? We reached a big portion of the old people, but there's still more of them hiding in corners.
Oh, 100%.
Don't know how to find them.
Like, well, I think Farewell had 3,000 or 4,000 at it. And Enchanted were doing 8 to 10 by the end. So there's definitely a ton of ravers that
Easily,
are still
correct.
That are still in Adelaide, I would assume.
Are they still interested in doing? Are they still interested in going, or are they? I mean, I didn't go to the reunion festivals. You went there. Like, there's a lot of people at that, and the rave room was cranking, from what I heard.
Rave room is always the first room to kick off, and always the one that pumps the hardest. I may be biased in that, but chat, let me know if you disagree. It definitely starts the best. But yeah, it's I see a lot of new faces.
There's a lot of
at
ravers
reunion,
turning up to that, though. Of course, half the crowd is people you've never seen before. There was some. We didn't. I was surprised to see any young kids at Anthems at the last year's Fantail. Like, there was probably a dozen. Right, some kids with their parents, or young people with their parents, and random other people, maybe some of the entertainers or offshoots or whatever. But it was weird. It was definitely super old. I didn't feel that old anymore at 50, 52. I felt pretty young.
Yeah,
just for
Anthems
2 hours.
Like pretty pure old school ravers and their kids. It was. I didn't see a lot of new faces at that. I pretty much knew everybody, at least by sight, if not by name.
Yeah, I couldn't walk a meter without having a conversation. My uncle and my auntie came, and my uncle comes up to me. I've just met like 6 of your ex-girlfriends. And I'm like, there's probably more here if you ask around.
And those 3 still hate those 3.
Yeah, probably. And there was, anyway, it was a good night, a very good night. Good night. Yeah. So what's coming up with your show? I'm going to be in town for your sexy robot lady show.
Sexy robot lady show.
Yeah. That's
what we should have called it.
No, next weekend. Yeah, it would have got more people, buddy. Your marketing's out of there. Sexy robot lady show would have been packed.
Yeah.
You nearly sold out anyway, haven't you?
Thanks for that segue. If you have a look above my head, there's a code. Just if you want to buy your ticket while we're doing this stream, use the code Twitch and you get $20 off, but it's only while we do the stream. I'll be turning it off as soon as we get off. So if you do want to come to Underground Sessions 4, now known as Sexy Robot Lady Party, which is Feb 7th. It's my 51st birthday, Chad's 51st birthday. Chris Lee from LA's coming over for it. It's his 50-somethingth as well. And then we've also got S4T, ESF, Maestro D, George Watts, Lucky Jr., Core E, Flip, H, formerly H-Bomb. So, yeah, it's going to be heaving. And Paul will be there. Oh, and DJ Thane's 49th because he's a bebe.
Well, 49, ridiculous. Is he making that up? That can't be true.
That can't be true. I don't know. He doesn't even look like he's 40 yet. So that's...
No, true. He hasn't changed it. He hasn't changed a bit. He's just a bit slower than he used to be, aren't we all?
In all ways.
On Saturday. That's Saturday week.
Saturday, February 7th. So, yeah, Saturday week.
Can you, I don't know to this venue. Can you tell me about it? Because I don't know what I'm in for. What's the room
so
like?
Cosmos Club, it used to be called Marble Bar. I don't know if you remember Marble Bar, but there's not a lot of marble in there, so I don't know why it was called that. But it's It holds about 250. It's
Where is it?
It's on Weymouth Street.
What space? When I was 20, what was it called?
I don't know that it was even a bar. It's kind of in that, that area of Weymouth Street where there used to be all the backpackers places. I reckon it might be an
right.
old.
No, I have no idea what it is.
So it's 109 Weymouth Street.
Lotus?
There you go. It's called Raglan's. According to
Raglan's.
Fame.
Okay. Yep.
Like
that was
heaps
the place
of cool
none of us would
lighting.
have gone. That's why we don't remember the name.
Good PA. Will be. There's a little laneway out the back music? If you need to cool off, or if you still smoke, you can go out there. Obviously, plenty of drinks. Yeah, it should be fun. All the underground sessions have been fun so far. So I'll be.
What time does it start?
It starts at 3 p.m. and goes till 2 a.m. And Paul has promised to be there the whole 11 hours.
Fucking joking.
On the dance floor, full time. I, however, do not make that promise.
No, your DJ bill must be through the roof. That many hours to fill up, man.
Yeah,
too many hours.
It's definitely the biggest part of it. Yeah, the DJ bill is definitely the biggest part of the budget, and it's not even close. But that's we try to, because it's Chris's and Chad and I's birthday. We just wanted to get as many of our mates on it as possible. Normally we wrap them up at midnight, but we had too many DJs we wanted, so
Who's going last?
Lucky
Who am I going to
Junior
miss? That's what I want to know.
Lucky Junior's last.
All right, good. I don't know who that is. I'm all good. Sorry, Lucky Junior. I'm probably going to miss your show.
That's Nico is his real name.
I'm looking forward to it. Should be good.
Yeah, so we might set up some bunk beds or something in the green room and charge people to nap.
I mean, we did Instantaneous Productions did the show at Cheltenham Racecourse before they knocked that down or turned it into housing as well, and we had the We Are the Future show there.
Yeah,
we had to bring that massive stage in, and all I remember is going to sleep under that stage when we opened for about 2 hours because I was fucking hammered from doing all the legwork on that show. We did everything because we had no money.
Yeah, I helped you guys set that up.
Show.
That was before we knew each other. I knew Ben Dry, and he was giving me free tickets to come help set up. So I would come in the morning.
You were there.
Work all day. Go back home. This is when I lived with my parents in Happy Valley. Go back home, get changed, go work delivering pizzas for 3 hours.
I was going to say, you're a pizza delivery dude. I was just about to say that.
Go home, have a shower, and go to the show. And where I found that energy, well, I know where I found the energy for the show, but the energy for the full day with the work afterwards, I don't know where I found that energy.
You remember the police, the fire brigade coming into the party with all their hazmat shit on? Someone had smashed the alarm in the toilet.
No, I don't remember that.
There was firemen dressed in all their kit with their face masks and everything at about 3 a.m. or whatever, and they were just like 6 guys with their axes and their big fucking suits. We all thought it was part of the show, but it cost us $2,000 to have them, the emergency call out fee. So it was the most expensive part of our show. I think it was the firemen.
Yeah. I remember because it had that big laser that you guys got over from Melbourne. It was like a 2-color laser, which was like, whoa, back then. And it did like holograms.
Blue-green.
Above the crowd. But I saw the guy light his cigarette with it. And I was like, fuck. But they had to run like.
I just recently read a post from Ty.
Sorry, mate. They ran a hose
way over the
from
limit.
Downstairs because it needed to have water pumping through it full time to keep it cool.
I remember that. I remember the laser, but not the hose. Is that when Ty just recently? He just posted a recent post about he was blinding people at one of the parties when he was doing the laser back then, because those lasers were like huge megawattage. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you can't even do it anymore. It's insane.
Well, now you can buy something at J-Car that does the job for $130.
It used to cost us, the Heaven one, they used to have the original blue-green laser they had there was, I don't know, $200,000 or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was insane. And when it broke, they just said, "Well, we can't afford to fix it. Fuck it." That was the.
Straight to Wingfield.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. It sat in that box for the next six years. I think. I don't know. Maybe someone stole it. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it's probably in
I did
somebody's shed, and you can't
Probably.
get the parts for it anymore.
If someone's got one of my Anthems banners, I'd love to know what shed that's in too. Now I've been people. Let me start that again. I'm gonna ask these questions that I made on this card until we get bored of them.
Okay.
I got AI to search the internet, all right, and every morning it searched the internet and made a file about Adelaide's rave scene in the early '90s. And so I did that for 30 days. So there's 30 searches, and each time it searches, it gets different data. And then I asked one of the other AIs to make some flashcards with questions and answers on them. So we're gonna try. Oh no, I'm generating flashcards. I don't want to do that. I want to open a flashcard. Flashcard. I'm gonna ask you these questions, Boff, and you can tell me what you think the answer is, and we'll see how correct the AI is.
It's Sale of the Century Rave Edition.
Are you still there?
Yeah, man.
Yes, exactly. All right. What nickname was given to Adelaide in the 90s? Or you can ask people in the chat to write it before you answer if we've got enough time. What nickname was given to Adelaide in the 90s due to its thriving underground rave scene?
All right, chat. Hit us up. What do you reckon?
Anybody?
Right, chat.
What nickname was Adelaide given in the 90s due to its underground dance scene? All right. No answers?
No answers.
Let's try
in the
this.
Chat.
The City of Raves, apparently, based on the City of Churches thing. I don't know. Does that sound real?
No, it's news to me, but
no one wrote that, so who knows?
Ravelade definitely sounds
what
better.
What major international movement of... Yeah, no, me too. What major international movement have... Ravelade. Right. Question 2. The major international movement heavily influenced Adelaide's early 90s rave culture. I mean, we're all going to know the answer to this one. I'm going to say Detroit techno. I haven't looked at it yet. What do you think it is?
So Detroit, this is the theory I heard, and it makes sense, so maybe it was true, is that the guys like the UR guys and 2120 and all those guys came over here and vibed with Adelaide so much because Detroit is a massive car building town, and at the same time, so was Adelaide. And so we had similar, I guess, a similar vibe in each city, and that's why the Detroit guys loved it so much, and that's apparently why we were so heavily influenced and similar in our musical styles in the early 90s. That's the theory I heard.
I mean, I was looking back at some cores, and 2120 lived in Adelaide for like 4 or 5 months at one stage.
Yeah.
Like, if you go back, he was appearing everywhere and doing a whole lot of stuff. So
there's a bunch of guys did that.
Maybe he just liked the city. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, should we push the answer and see what the answer is?
Far away.
Right. Let's see what the answer is. Oh, the answer they've given is UK's acid house and rave explosion in the late 80s. I mean, that's not untrue either, but not what Adelaide was known for, is it?
No, we were like, if I couldn't tell you a single house producer that was that was making house in the early 90s in Adelaide. It was all techno.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. How were locations of secret warehouse parties typically revealed the pre-smartphone era? Oh, that's a dumb question because we all know that. Flyers.
We may well have had maps of service stations at one stage for some of our parties.
Oh, which records? Go on. Yeah, we did. Definitely. Yeah. More than once, I'm sure of it. Which record store serves the primary hub for flyers, imports, and local mixtapes in Adelaide? I don't know the answer to this one.
Brashes.
Maybe Sanity.
Definitely Brashes. CC Records.
What was that record? Oh, Jetty Road Records. There's another one. Was there Jetty Road Records as well? That, you know?
Yeah. So yeah,
we made that Spacefold CD. Do you remember when we did that with all the Adelaide techno artists on it?
Yeah.
And that one, we got that sold through CC Records, and we sold about $1,000 worth of CDs. I don't know how many that was, but it took us like 17 years to do it. When I went there to collect the money, like they go, "Oh, I thought you're dead." They didn't know that who to send the check to. But in the end, I rode around to all the cash converters, and I got $5 for every CD when CDs were getting taken by cash converters. So I just drove around for hours putting them in cash converters one day so I could make $200. That's how poor I was.
Spent 100 on fuel.
Probably. Fuel wasn't that expensive
No, it was
back
back when fuel was 60 cents, so probably not.
So the answer is Central Station Records.
Damn it, probably should have got that one.
How many years you work at Centrals for, Boff?
94.
Yeah, probably.
To
how many years were you working there?
I worked there 6 years before my state-sponsored vacation, and then I worked at the Marion one for about 6 months after that. So what's that? 6.5 years.
We deliberately had parties where you would work that shift on the Saturday or the Friday night. The Friday night.
Friday nights, yeah.
And then so people could come and get flyers from you, and you'd push tickets and all the secret codes.
Yeah.
And that was on the Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rave was on the Saturday night.
Well, one of the things that used to happen was people would be here from out of town.
It was part of our marketing plan.
And they would come into Central Station and say, what's on tonight? Or what's on this weekend? And I would always sell them one of our tickets, never anybody else's.
And you'd steer them in the right direction.
Yeah, correct.
We just needed 6 boffs at the Centrals at all times, and when no one else would have sold a ticket ever. Yeah?
Just sort of cloned me.
What was the significance of the 1990 Rave On party held at the Lion Theatre? Remember Rave On? That's before my time. That's before your time.
15,
that's Paul Hodder's show, Rave On.
Yeah, I was 15.
Fine Arts Theatre. That was the first. That would have been that was the first rave in Adelaide, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you were perfect age to go to a rave back then, 15.
I was busy doing.
Didn't go. I know that. Let's see what the answer is. I think it's got to be the first rave in Adelaide. One of Adelaide's first. I mean, yeah. They had a Warehouse 1 and Warehouse 2 at the Fringe or something around that time of year, a couple of big warehouse parties. The first one went okay, the second one didn't, I remember. There was also a weird techno show called Bleep at the Adelaide Convention Centre that happened around that time as well, but that was from interstaters that ran that party, and no one went to that, even though they probably had the best lights ever. But Paul Hodder did Rave On and Rave to Heaven inside the skating rink, inside the escalator building where the Birdie's pancake place used to be on that. Remember when there's a pancake kitchen in there? And there was a plane hanging out the side of the building? You remember that?
No. Pancake Kitchen was off Hindley Street that I remember.
All right, no, it's a bit later on. Yeah, that one was there, but there was a Birdie's or some other kind of pancake place. But on the top floor, there was a roller skate rink. Which was where Toys R Us was for a while in that building. And he did a rave in there as well. And every time the lift came down from a top floor, all the polystyrene bowls would flow out into Rundle Mall. All the little bowls from the beanbags would flow out into the street because it was a heavenly cloudy thing for the theme of the party. With that, that shit that just catches on fire when you drop your cigarettes on it.
Yeah, that's all before my time, mate.
What iconic club night hosted Aphex? Right. What iconic nightclub hosted Aphex Twin in the early 90s with a sheep skull on the DJ booth? Aphex Twin in Adelaide? Does that sound real?
An iconic club. So early 90s, the only really iconic club was Heaven at that stage.
Club night? It says club night.
Or maybe Control or something?
That's too early. I mean, mate, that was 93 before. Yeah, that sounds like something Gary might do. Let's have a look.
Control, La Rocks.
La Rocks apparently had Aphex Twin. I don't know if that's true. It could have. I mean, it was the right time.
Yeah.
What unique feature was found in the basement of the rocks during the early 1990s? I'm going to say it's the sprinkler system they put on during Dream Frequency or whatever it was during New Year's Eve at Liquid. When Ben FX turned the sprinklers on, the whole basement was flooded with fire extinguisher sprinklers from the roof and were raving in the water. Were you there for that?
No,
That was November 92.
Yeah, once again, I wasn't 18 yet.
Too early. That's 6 months too early for you.
3 months.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know if that was it, but that's what we're going to go with. Which super venue? No, boring. Which place played Prodigy and Sasha and Dream Frequency and David? Yeah, that was fucking heaven.
That was Heaven's opening night.
Which seedy after hours nightclub was notorious for staying open until midday and bikie run operations? That's literally one of the questions that
well,
chat,
I mean, I'm going to guess the answer is Rise, but there were a few.
What do you reckon that is? Got to be Rise.
Probably Rise.
Rise. Yeah, true. It was
Dreamers,
the biggest and the longest running.
Co-Club.
What did Jeff do at the Heritage? What was that? That other one.
That was Jono had
Dreamers was
Elysium.
Good. That's the show we made our money on was Elysium. That was Saturday nights, though, weren't they? At Heritage.
They were like once a month on a Saturday.
Jono put together. This is where I don't know if the story is in. I was at Heaven, and Daniel and Josh had just left Heaven with chemistry, and we're looking for someone on Thursday nights for Heaven. And Andy J gave me a copy of Jono's Rave mix thing, and then that's how Jono got the job at Heaven, basically, because Andy recommended him to me, and I recommended him to Pike as a DJ that could do the job.
He had a good following too,
based on what he was doing at the Heritage and Elysium.
Yeah, Heritage was packed. I was one of their residents.
One mixtape is what got
always
him,
packed.
Not got him everything, but got him. You with Mr. S, with Jared was there, and
Justice.
Who else played? Craig? C4? Craig or the other Craig? One of the Craigs?
There was CK, which was Chris.
Man, that's a long time ago too.
Yeah, Craig Lawson played there once or twice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were good nights.
Mm-hmm. Which was 1993 event is often described as one of Adelaide's greatest raves held at Vision Warehouse. Adelaide's greatest raves, Vision Warehouse. There was 3 raves there, wasn't there?
There were.
There was Release, there was Vision, and there was.
But only one was in '93, I think.
What song we did? Jigsaw.
There was Vision, obviously.
Yeah,
Jigsaw
they were all
and
like
Release.
4 months from each other, weren't they?
Sorry.
I think, yeah, in that order, and they were only 3 months apart each. I'll guarantee you, they're all in '93. Because IP was on the flyer for Jigsaw, and Warehouse was Shaman, wasn't it? Shaman and who else? Some other big techno DJ.
Beltram was at Vision.
Jigsaw. The internet says Jigsaw.
I'm thinking of Jigsaw 2 was in '94.
Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, that was '95, and that didn't go off. I don't think, did it? I don't remember. I didn't go.
Do you know what's crazy? Jigsaw was the night after Lenny D at
area?
the Arc.
Yes. Yep, that's correct.
And
there was Lenny D, there was Jigsaw, and then there was something else, wasn't it? It was a 3-night week. I remember leaving Jigsaw and going back to Josh's place in Unley Park or Hyde Park or wherever he lived, and I could hear Jigsaw from his front door. Like, we're standing outside his front door, and I could hear
loud.
the party in freaking Adams Street in High Marsh.
Yeah, it was real loud.
It was fucking loud.
I remember walking up to Jigsaw, and the windows, I'm like, these windows aren't going to last, man. They were just like...
all the gum that's used to hold them in place is shaking as it falls out.
Yeah. I was like, this.
I got an ultrasonic question. Which industrial area of Adelaide was frequent site for illegal warehouse raves like Ultrasonic? I don't know if it was illegal warehouse raves, but Ultrasonic played it
It was
somewhere.
Port Adelaide.
There was a new show
Port Adelaide.
at Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that night? Was it the original Night Train when Paul did Fascination there? Was that in that venue? Was it? I can't remember.
It was the original Night Train before it moved to La Rocks.
No. Shed 5. Oh, yeah.
Shed
City,
5.
yeah.
It's at Port Adelaide.
Port Adelaide. Shed 5 is where there was shows. Some shows in Shed 5 at Port Adelaide. Yeah, yeah. What was the name of the massive New Year's Eve show on New Year's Eve 1994? Rave held at the old Adelaide jail. Do you remember that one? That actually could be two. No, New Year's Eve must be Ultra World. Because they did New Year's Eve one, didn't they?
94,
94. A year later, after our first 93, 94. End of 94. I reckon that was Ultra World?
The right time. Maybe the one with Ripsy and Coxie.
Because I think it's Ultra World.
Was it Ultra World?
It does sound about the right time. When you no. I think so. That was the New Year's Eve. And that was also by IP. That was the crossover where IP moved away from its thing. I think. I don't know. You have to ask Daniel or Josh
was that not Planet
Damien?
of Love?
I don't know. Damien involved? Which legendary secret rave took place in the Adelaide Hill with 400 attendees?
Well, lots, but I'm going to guess Smile.
Secret legendary rave in 1995. It could be Smile. It could be Excalibur. There's Excalibur 1 and Excalibur 2.
Excalibur would have been 93 or 4.
Was that 95?
Excalibur, because I worked security at Excalibur.
Fuck Excalibur.
I wasn't working security in 95.
I remember Jamie Lovick off his face on acid winding up cables in the morning. That's all I remember from Excalibur. I'm not sure I'm supposed to say things like that. I'm particularly
impressed by the fact that you used his full name when telling that story. There's a whole lot of
Smile questions here. I didn't know till 10 years later he was off his face, but he was having a whole trouble keeping his shit together, trying to like pack up because he was in charge of packing shit up, or I don't know how it worked out. Adelaide Uni, Rave to Heaven. There you go. That was it. 1993 Cheltenham Racecourse, already done it. Meltdown in June 94. That's where. Do you remember that next morning? Were you at that show? You must have been. You were just turning 18.
Meltdown.
That was at Masonic Hall.
Oh, yeah. I definitely was. Because there were two shows at Masonic Hall, right? There was Planet of Love.
I remember the next morning walking around the city. Also, your Planet of Love was there, and a little bit earlier on there was, which is my favourite show there, which was in Independence 1. The second one was at the Entertainment Centre, but the original one was at Masonic Hall. It was a much more low-key, mellow affair. It was still packed, but it was a great night. There was no special guests and shit, but it just felt like a good night for some reason. I remember next morning after Meltdown, someone had cut up the Meltdown flyer and turned it to say Letdown and done photocopies and put them all up and down Hindley Street because they'd been stuck outside in the laneway when the Prodigy came on. I don't know who did it, but someone wasn't happy.
Was that the one where the synagogue was being used as well?
I think so. That might have been the Sound of Love, though, or the Love one. What was the Love one called?
It was one of them.
That's got a CD, that one. Planet of Love. That's with Ribsy and Carl Cox, wasn't it? Was it Ribsy and Carl Cox?
Yeah.
Planet of Love? Or someone else in Ribsy? I don't know.
That's when Ribsy came and stayed in Adelaide for a while. That
CD's actually not too bad. Gremlin's in the house and they're fucking up the system.
Yeah. You can listen to that set on the
I remember we took him wakeboarding and well, there you go. It's a good set. I quite like it. I listen to it in the car still. We took Ribsy out water skiing and kneeboarding up the river while he was here, and he didn't know how to swim, and he got really fucked up. came off and he was stuck out in the water and he was upside down with his knees tucked in like a board and everything, and it was a bit of a disaster. It played into all of his fears, of poor bastard, I think.
Yeah. Don't kill the
Hope
guests.
he doesn't remember that as well as I do. Entertainment Centre. Yeah. He was living here, was a resident by then.
He was for a while.
What was the name of the tribute event held on January 7, 1994 at the Arca Bar?
Is that the Arc
I mean, it's got to be Arca Bar Reunion, doesn't it? Was that in January 1994? Guessing.
I guess.
Oh, no, Brendan DJ Farewell. Oh, when Brendan moved to Sydney, moved to UK.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I
There's
forgot
still a
all
lot of
about
Arca
him
Bar
moving
questions
away.
now. Brendan moved away for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he moved away and then he came back relatively fast. Family stuff. Yeah, I forgot about it too until
I'd forgotten all
read
about
something
that.
about it recently. I'm like,
Wow.
oh shit, yeah. You forget all the things. And even Damien, I was talking to Maestro D. Maestro D lived in Sydney for 2 years. Do you know what I mean? Trying to make a big break of his MC career on a bigger level. And then he came home.
I had no
And
idea about that.
I don't
either.
remember Damien being missing for 2 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew about Brendan, but I'd forgotten. But I didn't even know about Damien.
And it was early on. Yeah, maybe it wasn't 2 years, but it was. I think nearly 2 years, maybe not a full 2 years. Which historic venue hosted the Incarnate Rave on the 12th of March, 1994?
I'd never even heard of that rave.
I remember a name called Incarnate. I reckon it was at the Old Lion. No, Adelaide Jail, apparently. There you go. 1994, Adelaide Jail.
That's I don't remember that one at all.
What was the name of the weekly magazine that documented the Adelaide rave scene in the early 90s? I don't know that one.
That's
That's
kind of already been answered.
Which community radio station features shows like Dreaming Daisies and Club Fusion? Yeah, I know. Radio show with Dreaming Daisies and Club Fusion. What station was that?
3. Is that a D?
That was
D. Make a D.
Triple M.
Okay.
Triple M before it was 3D.
SAFM.
Yeah, no, it turned into 3D. Triple M, they sold their name to the network. Yeah, they sold their name to SAFM, and they became 3D Radio. They got paid $25,000 to change their call sign, which in 1994 was a lot of money, or
Yeah.
5 or whatever it was. Who was widely regarded as the godfather of Australian techno and released Freaking in 1995? I mean, you don't even have to say both parts of that question. Just one half is enough for everybody in Adelaide to know the answer.
The man responsible for my wrecked yellow Jordans.
All right, are you bored of this yet? There is 1,000 more cards.
I don't know. Let's ask the chat. Let's see if the chat are bored.
I saw the photo. How did you? Yeah.
How did they break? They're just 20 years old, man.
Yeah. Are they still here or are they all gone home?
Oh, no, we've got 14 viewers still.
The foam gave way or the glue gave way? No, that's pretty ridiculous. Who would want to listen to us? I got more. Oh, yeah. Which DJ was famous for flipping ecstasy pills from the button tube on the dance floor? From a button tube on the dance floor? This is actually one of the questions. Which famous DJ was famous for flipping ecstasy pills from a button tube on the dance floor?
It sounds like something Fairburn would have done, but I don't know.
I don't know what a button tube is. Does that mean like a Pez dispenser? I would say Fairburn and a Pez dispenser, but I don't know that. That's just because he was the worst. No, some guy I never heard of. DJ DNA?
No.
You can say his full name if you know it.
Anybody in the chat remember DJ DNA?
All right, which promoter was? I don't know. I mean, it's vaguely familiar, but I don't. Which promoter founded Larger Than Life was instrumental in bringing international rap acts to Adelaide?
Rest in
Paul
peace.
Hodder.
Rest in peace.
Not
Hodds.
a question, a statement, I think.
Just.
Which
I miss that
local
guy.
label? No. Paul? We never really got along, but man, he was an instrumental part of the community that wouldn't have fucking been existed if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
I don't think.
He was
a driving
foundation
force of it
layer.
all. He was a good dude.
He was.
He was a what? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That brings me on to Jace as well. Like,
I got a lot closer to him after like the 90s.
yeah,
But yeah, he's missed.
he would. Yeah, maybe I just didn't hang out with him enough. I don't really hang out with many DJs, so maybe that's it. Or any promoter. I don't hang out with anybody, so I find people annoying.
Just natting your dogs.
Can I say that? Will you still come on the party, guys?
Come and annoy him. There you go.
Yeah. Which night? Yeah, I know. They're much less stress. Which 1990? Say that again.
Come to the party to annoy Paul. That's your new promotional.
Which 1992? Yeah, that's a good enough reason to. Which party in the 1992 Fringe venue hosted Drum and Circles, Trance, and Tokyo Shock Boys? That's got to be the fluorescent Go parties. Do you remember those?
Star Club.
No, you're too young
Star
again.
Club.
All right. They were huge.
Star Club.
I'm really upset. I was in it says venue, Fringe venue.
Wasn't it called Star Club, though? The party was called Go?
Tokyo Shock Boys. You remember seeing them at the Fringe? They were great. I had tickets for some reason. Could be. I don't know. They're all hippies with they made a massive fluoro thing in there, and it went for 3 weekends in a row or something like that. The first one didn't really go off, but second one was massive. And the third one, I hooked up with this girl and the line was too long, so we just left, which I totally regret because it was a dud. Dud of a night. Man, that's a long time ago.
That is a long time. That's before my like I said, that's 92. That's before my time. It's when I was reading about events in the core.
Yeah.
Rather
I was hanging out at Core, so I would have been schmoozing free tickets from Core magazine. Yeah. You should have just come to the fucking office and hung out with all the other people who couldn't get into nightclubs, and you would have known everybody, and then you got in. It'd been easy.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I got one. He's one of our favorite guys, and we all love him. Yeah, exactly. We all love him. This one, everybody's gonna. Which production outfit, led by DJ Odyssey, was responsible for the high energy stages at all the raves ever in Adelaide? Which production outfit? Guys? I'm shaming Sipton 6 is the answer to that question.
System.
And so, can you explain to me why H-Bomb has dropped his bomb and he's just going to be the guy for heroin now? I don't understand his marketing plan.
I think he wants to disassociate himself from pure hardcore because he wants to play Shran's techno now. So H is his Shran's name, and if he ever plays an old school hardcore set, it'll be H-Bomb comes back.
H-Bomb if he does a hardcore. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Not that it matters. It's just his face. Everybody knows who he is. Which the name of the German techno pioneer who played Mayday event in June 1993? Sorry.
Westbahn.
Go. Yes, Westbahn.
Westbahn.
At the Aqaba. Yeah, is that what you reckon?
Yeah, for sure.
You're right.
At the Aqaba.
Mayday.
Because he wrote Mayday.
So there's what nightclub on Blythe Street? Yes, sorry, new question. I'm getting ahead of myself. Which nightclub on Blythe Street was known for goth balls and the early 90s techno launches?
I know this one, but
is that going to be Proscenium?
Let's go to the chat. Let's give the chat
what the fuck are goth balls?
That extra 5 seconds to see if they come up with the answer.
Right, I'm going too fast. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think it's more I'm answering too fast, so it's probably my fault.
Goth balls.
All right, nobody's answered. It's a Proscenium, I reckon.
Don't try and be a people pleaser. It was Proscenium. What the hell is a goth ball, though?
It was just where all the people who listened to the Smiths and the Cure.
Is that what they mean? They call them balls rather than raves?
Yeah, I guess. But it was just, they'd go and listen to the Smiths and get depressed.
All right. What was the name of the 1993 event at McMahon's that promoted early local promotions of early local productions. I know it was Paul Hodder.
It was Hodder.
McMahon's, Tonsley. What was the name of his show called there, where it had that cool jazzy flyer? It was definitely Hodder.
Yeah.
The night was called...
I thought it was just called McMahon's Tonsley.
There was one flyer that my friend Wayne Grivell made, and it was all hand-drawn with the... No, but there was a name of the night. It was a Thursday, and it had a name, or a Friday, and it had a name. There's this one flyer that's all hand-drawn, and it's got like sort of graphics, like graffiti-ish looking things. I don't know. I can't remember. Let's see what it says. So apparently it was called Karma, but that doesn't sound right to me. But maybe it is. Anybody?
Yeah,
no one gets that?
I just knew it as McMahon's Tonsley.
Yeah, didn't we all? I used to go there on Thursdays when I was 18. I used to go up to the Harndorf Inn on Friday nights because there was nowhere else to go because they'd play a little bit of CC Music Factory and like cheesy dance. Like there was nowhere else playing it on Friday nights at that stage. And then, or Thursdays was it maybe? And then Fridays was the Bar when it was still cheesy when Jeff first started. And it was really, and who's the other guy? What's the guy? Yeah, it was totally different Bar. And Saturday, I don't know where I went. I can't remember. Man, it's crazy. Frank the Wolf in 1993, where did he play?
Bar.
Is that an Bar show as well?
Yep.
Really? Well, there's another button here. You can push explain and it actually gives you more detail. I didn't know that. Yeah. What was the event in 1994? Event at Flinders University featured a paranormal theme. A rave with a paranormal theme in 1994 at Flinders Uni. I only remember one rave at Flinders Uni ever. It was an Ultra World, wasn't it?
I remember Hodder did one.
We had black boots and black jackets. We were wearing moose jackets. So who did? Paul?
I'm pretty sure Hodder did one as well. I remember.
All right. What do you want to... Anybody got an idea of a...
Come on, chat. Don't let us down.
We did one just before Mute. Yeah, they don't know. Oh, the show was called Paranormal. That doesn't sound very familiar. Should I push the explain button to see what it says? Oh, no, I've broken everything. Review the flashcards. Explain this topic in more detail. It actually tells you and where it came from and the rest of it, if you let it.
Thane thinks it was a Halloween gig.
Yeah, maybe.
That certainly fits the paranormal.
Yeah, Ultra World 6 was there.
But that's way after 94.
1994, Adelaide Underground carry. Yeah. Maybe Paul Hodder. Maybe Hodder did it earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I'm going to go with. If you think of a Hodder one.
I remember playing
Which was the promoter associated with the first rave at the Lion Arts Theatre in 1990? That's got to be Paul Hodder. We just answered that before. Yeah, okay. What was the theme of the Once Upon a Time rave held in 1998 in a warehouse? A rave called Once Upon a Time in 1998 at a warehouse? Anybody?
Anybody?
I would have been
98. Come on.
There's some heaven by then.
There's some young'uns in the chat, so you guys might remember this one.
But you should know this, Thane. Thane should know this.
Yeah.
Thane's era. All right, no, boring. Oh, no. There's a bit of repetition in this. Obviously, there isn't. It's pretty hard to make. I mean, it's supposed to be a learning aid, so it's supposed to actually better teach you the information in the catalog it chooses from. What was the ticket price of Experience 2 Dance Tour in 1993? So that would have been January 8 or 9 or something on a Thursday at Heaven. Second time there'd ever been a rave event at Heaven that the ravers would even consider going to. And it was a week before Inquest. How much was the ticket price for the party, for Heaven, to see Prodigy, Shaman? No, was it Shaman? Prodigy, Dream Frequency, Sasha and Digweed, all four of them were at it.
I remember it was cheap as fuck. It was like $10 or something.
Anyone?
It was stupidly cheap. Julian says 15. Thane says 7.
No, 18 it says here. It says 18.
So Julian, you win. You were the closest.
Yeah. It could have been 18 on the door maybe, and $7 at Central's.
I remember it being $10, but I was still underage, so I couldn't go.
That's crazy.
That's wild for Prodigy and Dream Frequency and Sasha.
Like they ever checked that shit back then. Here we go. You might know this one. Which 1993 warehouse event was described as having multi-level ramps and mazes of black plastic? Any idea?
Memories.
Mazes of black plastic. Very flammable black plastic. Mm-hmm.
Designed to confuse people in case of a fire.
We made everybody come with that shitty back wooden staircase.
Yeah, because we didn't want people coming off Hindley Street.
And the fire doors were locked. The guy lost his license. Yeah, that guy who owned that place lost his license, suspended for 3 weeks or something, and a massive fine because he had padlocked the fire doors from the stage area.
Yeah,
and apparently it was a common occurrence for him to lock those doors so no one could get in through them.
Yeah, not really our fault.
I don't know who that was, but yeah, that's confirmed.
Could definitely take some blame for that maze, though.
I'm making weird. See, here's one that's wrong, right? Yeah. What was the significance of Dreaming Daisy's radio show on Coast FM? I mean, that's totally fucked the answer to that up because it wasn't at Coast.
It wasn't on Coast.
Dreaming Daisy's was never on Coast.
We already discussed that. But it was the first techno show on the radio here.
Dreaming Daisies, yeah. It was. I used to listen to that when I was before age.
That and Club Escape,
we used to record it on the cassette tape and then listen to them.
Yeah, Georgie on Dreaming Daisies and Scott.
Between that and a friend of mine from the UK. Yep, Scotty. My friend used to get mixtapes sent from his friends in the UK, and we used to get tapes sent like every week from tapes. That's where I first found out about the music. He had these special tapes that were coming out of the UK that were posted to him, and he'd been living in Australia 8 years or something, and his friends like, this cool new music is coming out. And before that, I was listening to Jean-Michel Jarre, or whatever his name is, and New Water and that kind of crap. That was my early introduction to techno. Yeah, Tubular Bellsy kind of crap.
Yeah, Oxygen.
Yes, that's it, Oxygen.
Which I think was used in the soundtrack for Gallipoli.
The Exorcist. Is that Oxygen? One of the...
Oxygen.
Oxygen?
Was the soundtrack to Gallipoli, that movie with Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Yep. And the horse. Was there a horse?
I've never seen it.
There was a horse in it. It was about the Light Horseman, wasn't it? Gallipoli was about the Light Horseman. Australian Light Horseman.
No, it's about the guys storming the beach.
I really don't remember the plot to that movie. I probably should watch it again.
I only know because I know what Gallipoli was.
We've got plenty of beaches in Australia. Why would you do that? Yeah, I know. But there was Light Horseman there, Australian Light Horseman. Yeah.
Maybe. I haven't seen the movie.
I don't know. So. I should probably know that. Quantum. Oh, who's this? Which venue hosted Quantum event in 1994? He came to Anthems. Oh, fuck, man. He keeps saying to me, I'm the guy who put the Quantum on. And I'm like, and I know you are. You're the ad rave dude. Now I can't think of his name. Fuck. I know him reasonably well. And I'm like, yeah, you put Quantum. The university gave him like $5,000 to put a show on at Sayat University or University of South Australia down at the Levels / Mawson Lakes or whatever you want to call it. And there was like, it wasn't very busy, but there was a big ad rave contingent there from my memory.
Thane says Gallipoli was the one with the horse. So there you go.
Right.
But I don't know about Quantum.
Which 1993 event featured the artist Aquila and Mass Unconscious Live? Sorry?
I said I don't remember Quantum events, so I can't give you an answer on that. But I don't know the answer to the Matt Thomas's show either.
No worries. Yeah, that was he played at Cheltenham Racecourse. So African That was We Are the Future. So Brendan played, DMC played, Quilla and Mass Unconscious played. There was all horde of them. I'm pretty sure. Quilla had one of the tracks, didn't he, on the Core EP, on the We Are the Future EP, the Core EP, or whatever they called it?
We Are
the two different EPs.
I think he had one on the Core EP.
The Core EP and We Are the Future was that was the title track, the AA track.
Yeah. Then that one got licensed
they were different things.
Rabbit City Records.
They did two EPs. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt had that track
sense.
with
that was with the Vicious Vinyl.
He had
guys,
a sample from Alien in it. I'm pretty sure that was the one that was on the Core EP.
That was a good. Yeah, I like that song. Yeah. What was the name of the email list used to promote Adelaide raves in the early 90s? Now, that doesn't make any sense because the early 90s there was no email lists. But by the end of the 90s there was Ad Rave, Forum.
There were Forum. I remember first time
by 97 they were doing it.
The first time I ever saw someone on the internet was you.
Ad Rave and
in our lounge room at Claxton Street in a forum.
What was I abusing people like normal?
I don't know.
What was I doing?
Like fucking nerd
Why
shit.
do we have a computer? Where did we get a computer from?
No, I think we
had a computer because Luke was making tunes on an Amiga, though, wasn't it? Wasn't he making music on an Amiga?
Amiga 500. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that wouldn't have had the internet.
No, you had a PC.
I don't know. I like the internet. I was on the internet at university in 1990 in a multi-user dungeon, chatting to some guy in America, like having a conversation with him, and I was like freaked out. Like, this was amazing. No, that was February 1990. That's the first time I used the internet. But yeah, what's the answer to the question? What was the email list used? Ad Rave. Oh fuck! Of course it was. Jesus Christ! I even said it before. Ad Rave was the first mailing list. Yeah, they were all the fucking real nerds, all the Jamie Lovicks.
Yeah,
and all of them.
Head of the game, they were.
And and there was a discussion board, and I used to get hammered on that all the time because I was not cool enough, nowhere near cool enough to be on Ad Rave. Man,
I definitely wasn't because I wasn't actually on it.
I forgot all about that. Whenever I'd say anything, I would get hammered down because I was just some very uncool person from the northern suburbs. That's it. We finished.
Nice one.
Apparently, I did skip a few boring ones, but we did probably 70 cards about Adelaide's rave history.
Nice.
Did anybody learn anything? That's the most important question.
I learned that my memory is better than I thought.
How long have we been talking now? Is this 2 hours?
Hour and a half. Oh, we've been talking for nearly 2 hours, but the first 20 minutes was us trying to figure it out. So...
The genius of Twitch. So the Twitch thing with you playing music as well, are they going all right? No one's pulling them down? They're all
so good? We have literally had no copyright
your Mellow
issues.
Mondays on there?
No copyright issues since we moved to Twitch. And YouTube was getting more and more...
And where are they? In China? Is that why?
No, they're Amazon. They're owned by Amazon.
Anal.
Really? But yeah.
Amazon bought them?
YouTube was just more and more problematic.
But do the live streams hang around on Twitch? I'm having trouble working out the interface. Does anybody else in the fucking chat have trouble working out the interface? Because I'm still like, my brain hurt. The other day, the first time I signed on, I gave 10 free memberships away. Did you see that, right? And I was like pushing buttons trying to work out what all this shit did. And I'm like, it sounds like fun. What is a membership? I don't know. Let's send some out. I still don't know what they are. So
you sent out subscriptions.
I don't know what it means.
So subscriptions get you ad-free viewing.
Subscription. I don't know.
That's all it is. And you get different emojis you can use.
Where do the ads go? You mean like do they insert into the script, or is it just ads on top of the video?
Ads on top of the video. that run. So we have, I think,
Is it
3
visual
minutes
ads or
every
audio
hour.
ads? All right, because I didn't even notice they had ads.
Probably because you
so not very many.
subscribed straight away.
But the screen is so busy, I have trouble understanding it. It just yeah. I don't know if any. I never saw an ad. That could be it. I mean, it's good. It's working. That's good news.
Yeah.
You've got followers.
It's been a lot less headache.
So
but
I've
it's
got a question about you and your DJing. Can I ask you one?
Yeah, go for it.
So do you have a plan for your next 12 months with your DJing and your events and stuff? Like what your ambition is, or are you just going with the wind blows you?
For events, we definitely have a plan. Or we, by meaning me, because it's a one-man operation. So there's definitely a plan for events. DJ wise, it is kind of just whatever I get outside of my own shows, obviously.
It's not a front and foremost thing. Yeah, but it's not a front and foremost thing. You're basically just trying to keep building your shows. Yeah.
Yeah, and
what's this? Did you sell out all your tickets to your Sunday show on your Monday show? The super limited one. Did that go well?
No, not yet. But we've
they go on
sale? We've sold about 30% of them, but they only went on sale yesterday, or the day before.
That's good.
And there's a lot going on between now and then, so that's
I don't know what day of the week it is, and there's so much shit on this time of year. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a shitload of events on in the next 2 months as well, like you pointed out. And what about people seeing too much of you DJing? You think they're going to get sick of you?
Possibly, but there's a variety of different music that I'm playing, so
you don't care.
Yeah. If I was just playing the same,
it covers every base. That's
if I was playing, the same 20 tracks every hour, then yeah, I could totally understand that. But like the stuff I play February 7th will be completely different to what I play on Valentine's Day, and that'll be completely different to what I play at your show. And then the show after your show is like a deep,
good.
Psy techno event. Mellow Mondays is house. So, yeah. But I guess I know if people start getting sick of me because I'll stop coming.
That's something you can keep. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there could be other worse DJs on that are making them not come, and it's not you. You never know. Sorry, you're all great.
Worse than me? Not likely.
The Mellow Mondays thing, is that yeah. The Mellow Mondays is a test bed for future ideas, if it works well. Is that your plan? I mean, the actual show?
We do.
That's what the show's
every
based
Monday
on,
we live stream. We do Mellow Monday live stream every. So I just thought, since there's a public holiday, let's just do it in a small place and people can come and watch it happen. And if it sells out, we'll still stream it. And if it doesn't, we won't.
Okay. Just sell it out. Just stream it anyway. It's good marketing, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe.
And admit they feel like they missed out when they see it.
Or they could be like, "Oh, we didn't need to go. He's just going to stream it."
But if this works, will you plan to do more of the Mellow Mondays?
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I don't. But you turn up to actually talk to the humans. Like the music's the backdrop, and the humans are the reason you go. Don't you think? Like the streaming, it doesn't get you a human connection really. I mean, I'm talking to. I can't see the screen, so I know Thane's there, but I don't know who the other 12 people are. Do you know what I mean? Like we're not really having a connection, so streaming doesn't really give you that same as attending.
No, I agree. You can't get a hug on a stream.
It's just a tricky one. Yeah. Will you do more Monday shows if it works?
Yes, definitely.
Like Monday Mellow shows, like actual
I think
live ones?
We'll probably do.
I hope it does, because that sounds like a great concept.
I think I'm trying to remember when the next Monday is. It might be Easter Monday. I don't know if I'll do one then because it's the day after Origin. I might need a nap.
And it's a long weekend as well, like a long weekend. So a lot of people more people might fuck off and do something else.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good idea, and also you're playing musically diverse, which means that everybody gets a different side of you. You're not limited to just doing one thing.
Yeah,
You want to make sure people see you as diverse, don't you think?
Yeah,
People think
I find it weird. I mean, you would know because you've been around as longer than I have. That back in the day, like in the early '90s, DJs played everything, right? Like,
yeah,
like you would hear them play
couldn't get away with
house,
not.
and then there'd be a rave set, or and there were no real specialists per se back then. And then sometime in maybe 96, 97, like if you weren't a specialist, you weren't part of that clique, and so you stopped getting booked. So you couldn't play at a drum and bass show if you also
100%.
played at a house event that week or that month, or vice versa. Like the techno guys, you had to play just techno.
Yeah, unless you were one of a very select few.
Yeah, I mean Cam could get away with it.
I mean that's not many.
Yeah, it was.
It's kind of. It's why Watsy has 3 different DJ names, isn't it? One for his different musical styles, so people know to expect from him when he under that name, which kind of makes sense too. But I don't know. The show should dictate the kind of music you're going to hear, so you shouldn't really have to change your name to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why it happened. Like I mean, I still only play music I like.
The scene's splintered. Yeah.
So I'm not.
That's the biggest problem about your sets for me.
Yeah. Some may say that.
Just kidding, buddy. But the split up, in that period of time you're saying, the scene fragmented massively. Like it was just fragmenting every year. As it got bigger and bigger, it became more smaller and smaller pockets. That's my theory, and I didn't like it at all. Do you know what I mean? Like musically, it's crap. I don't want to hear the same music for fucking 8 hours. I really don't. You know what I mean? Like I want to.
No, that's why I liked our lineup for Smile.
And my drugs aren't good enough.
The recent Smile, Still Smiling. I really enjoyed that night because
it was changing all the way through. Yeah, it didn't. There wasn't enough time to be bored.
Yeah, so
4:30. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
so telling me she's got customers coming to do dog training. Are we done? Have we got more? People got questions and we can finish up, or what do you reckon?
We'll give people a couple of minutes to put any questions they got in the chat and see if they come up with anything.
So, buy tickets, buy tickets, buy tickets, buy tickets, buy tickets, buy tickets. That's all we want to say to the people, and we love you.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Don't forget, you've got about 5 minutes left to use that Twitch code.
Go on.
Use the Twitch code if you want $20 off Underground Session 4 tickets for
$20 off,
the next 5 minutes or so.
That nearly makes it the right price.
Thane wants to know how long you're in town for.
Also, if anybody hasn't got, I will be in town for 8 weeks this time. I'm arriving for BOF's birthday show, and then I'm leaving the couple of days after Origin too. It's the longest I've been in Australia for 15 years, I would say. A long time.
That is a long time.
I don't know if I'm going to survive.
Any other questions, guys?
Saying want to know so he knows not to stay out of my way.
So how long does he have to hibernate?
Entered the comp and got Anthems tickets, and yeah, exactly. Just stay out of it so they don't have to deal with me. If anybody won Anthems tickets in the competition and they're watching and they don't have the fucking ticket because I sent them all out, it's in your spam folder. And if you really have trouble finding them, send me a message to make sure it got sent. But just in case someone is going, I haven't got my Anthem ticket that I won in the comp. We did give out a lot of them, but I've been getting messages from people who have been having trouble finding them, and 90% of people have found them in their spam folder when they actually looked. Early December 7 through December 13, if your spam folder hasn't deleted them already. Just in case.
Julian wants to know if you'll be riding while you're over here.
But we'll see everybody in 10 days. Is that right?
10 days till underground sessions.
Maybe I'm trying to ride more this year. I was a bit down last year. That's 10 days away, isn't it? Underground sessions?
Something like that. 9 or 10.
All right. Sweet. All right. I might go for some cycling. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I got some work to do as well on our real business that makes me money while I'm in town. So that's one of the reasons I'm back for so long, so I can sit down with somebody and do some work, which sounds very boring. And when I say it out loud, I don't like talking about doing work.
The only thing worse than talking about is actually doing it.
Can I ask you about your doing it? Can I ask just quickly how the jiu-jitsu clothing business has been? Is it really slowed up, or is it just slowed up?
No, we are
more than you anticipated.
We're 90% down in the US, and that was our biggest market by a massive amount.
Fuck, that's a lot.
Yeah, we've gone from doing 70-ish thousand a month to 7.
Man, that sounds like a depressing thing to deal with. I know how you feel, because when COVID hit, our tour business did the same thing. It went from gangbusters to dead. Do you know what I mean? And you start to fret at a certain point. I mean, luckily you're mostly secure, aren't you? You know, your debt ratio is pretty low, so you're lucky that way.
Tiny.
Not lucky, good planning. Or smart wife is what I heard.
Yeah, incredibly. Well, not too smart. She married me, but apart from that, yeah, very, very smart. Yes, Kerry was.
At least the pressure's not on you, but it's pretty sad that it's not moving.
Yeah, it hurts, because we had it through COVID too, because you couldn't do jiu-jitsu through COVID. Like, you talk about social distancing, not a lot of that in jiu-jitsu. So, so we had COVID, we were coming back, going strong, and now this has just decimated the business. So yeah, thanks Donald Trump, thanks for your tariffs.
Is this just because he's an asshole. You're on a lot of things for a lot of people.
Oh, at the end of the day, at least I don't live over there.
Is there any other? Is it? Yeah, dealing with all that crap. Jesus.
Yeah.
Is it the biggest market because that's where the most jiu-jitsu people are? Is that a big? Is the sport huge there in comparison to other places?
It's the biggest by a long stretch. The next biggest is Brazil, but there's economic and language barriers into getting into Brazil.
They've got their own ecosystem.
Well, they speak Portuguese. That's not as big a problem now as it was when we started 10 years ago. But
that makes sense. And
the economic barriers are the big one. Pretty much everybody who does jiu-jitsu in America makes enough money to buy new uniforms and stuff. A lot of the people that do jiu-jitsu in Brazil are living in favelas and things like that, and they're getting hand-me-down stuff. And so, through no fault of their own, they're not in a position to buy our gear.
It's got a longer life cycle.
Yeah. They're worried about where their next meal's coming from.
Same with our customer base. I understand,
Yeah. So,
I don't have to worry about that because I'm like 10 kilos overweight. But I'm still going to go and plan my next meal now.
You do that.
Any more questions or we're done?
I can't see any. So thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks obviously to Paul for beaming in from the Orient. And look forward to seeing all of you, Paul included, next week. 5 more minutes to use the Twitch code if you want $20 off your ticket. It's only for people who are watching this, so I'm going to turn it off as soon as I turn this off.
Don't be a cheap bastard and buy a ticket for a friend that can't afford it. That's not to you. That's to the people listening.
Yeah, what Paul said. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
look forward to seeing you all soon.
All right, guys. Thanks, BOF, man. Thanks for thinking of me for the thing, mate. Thanks for thinking of me.
Always, man. Always. All right, guys.
I'm going to try and push stop.
Call it a day.
You stop this thing or do I?
I stop it, mate. All right. See everyone next week. Love you guys. Bye.